Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric. Here we got this 2016 Ford F-150 with 200,000 kilometers and 200,000 stone chips. It's a good old 1-to-1 kilometer to stone chip ratio. We're doing paint protection film on it. In this video, I'm gonna be doing a bulk paint protection film installation on the driver's side lower bumper. I don't want to use a pre-cut pattern. I very easily could, but I don't want to. I don't really think the pre-cut templates for vehicles older than 2018-19 are that great. And that's across the board on all cutting softwares that I have tried. So I'm going bulk on this one because I know I can do a better job. So I'm going to take you guys along while I do the install, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay, so I'm just spraying the bumper down with slip solution. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my squeegee, I'm gonna dry this area off right here. And then I got my bulk piece of paint protection film right here. And I'm just gonna stick that there. There we go. Get that nice and wet. I'm gonna pull the film back, get the adhesive wet as well. Just for now, I'm just gonna temporarily squeegee that down right there. Okay, that's right there is what we want. Just gonna bring this up just a little bit more. Okay, so on this bumper, what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be tacking down this edge, and then we're gonna be stretching outwards to get this film to lay down and properly take the shape of the bumper. So right now, I'm gonna pull the film back. You get my tack solution there, which is just hot water with nothing mixed, no alcohol, nothing. And I'm gonna take and squeegee that body line down first, and then I'm gonna squeegee down till here. That's good. Now, I'm actually gonna take squeegee up there as well. That's good. Now we're gonna come down here. And I'm just gonna pull the film down, get that to lay into place right there. And I'm just gonna take the squeegee and squeegee that down. That's good. Okay, now that we got this area anchored down right here, what I'm gonna do is pull the film back. I'm gonna get a whole bunch more slip solution behind the film. And on the paint. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come right over here to this corner. Spray my tack solution there. And then I'm gonna have one hand on the top, one hand on the bottom, and I'm gonna stretch the film across so it lays down nicely. And I'm just gonna hook that around the corner on the top, just like so. And I'm gonna come across the top here. Go. Top is good. I'm going to leave that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to lift the bottom up. And I'm going to re-stretch the bottom. So, just getting my tack solution in there. So in a situation like this, you can actually use the shape of the bumper to your advantage. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my hands separated outwards. I'm gonna pull the film back just like this. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take and hook it around that corner, just like so. And you can see that it's nicely taken the shape of the bumper underneath here. That's huge. All we gotta do now, just come in and squeegee that down. That's gonna stay there. That's literally the hardest part about this bumper is done just by knowing how to properly hook the film around and use that tension to your advantage. Obviously on the top here, it's starting to come back a little bit. I'm not too terribly concerned about that. I just got more tack solution back there, and I'm just gonna hook that around. If there ever was a time for someone to use any kind of edge prep or adhesive promoter, as much as it hurts to say this, you could use some up there and down there to make sure the film's not going to pull back. But I know I did a good enough job prepping that I know it's not going to pull back. But I'm just saying, if there ever was a time that you would use it, I'd use it up here and down there. Okay, now that everything else is done, everything else is laying in place perfectly. Super easy. What we're going to do right now is we're going to come across over here. We're going to squeegee down above the fog light, just like so. There we go. Okay, perfect. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna deal with everything up on the top here. Okay, so now we're gonna take and tackle all the film on the very top over here. As you can see, we got a big finger right over here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come across over here, just get my fingers behind the film. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna spray my hot water tack solution in over here. And this is my most problematic area of this section that we're about to do. So I'm gonna do this first, do the hardest part first. So as you can see, I'm taking my squeegee and I'm coming in side to side at an angle. All I'm doing is I'm cutting that big giant finger down into one more manageable, or into many smaller fingers that are going to be far more manageable to deal with. Now obviously we got a few over here super sharp. That's okay. We're going to trim back just before that. So that's all down and good. Now we just need to get this down. Super easy. Now we have the film is wanting to pop up over here, so I'm just gonna pull it back one last time. Get more tack solution in there. Now I'm just gonna come in with the squeegee that down, just like so. Okay, that's good right there. Now we're gonna deal with the fog light. Okay, so now we're gonna tackle the fog light, and as you can tell, we've got a lot of tension across the film right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my knife and I'm just gonna take and cut a small amount of this out. There we go. That right there, you can see it started to release a good amount of tension. All I'm gonna do right now, so I'm gonna get my tack solution in here, and I'm gonna flush out all the slip solution that's in behind the film. Here's an area where you want no slip solution at all. You only wanna be dealing with your tack solution. Now what I'm gonna do, just to make wrapping this a whole lot easier, is I'm gonna come out to about here. I'm gonna make a relief cut in all four corners, and that's gonna make this a whole lot easier to wrap. There we go. You can see that as I made those cuts, the way the film starts to curl itself into place. So we're gonna start on the top. We'll get this over and done with first. So now I'm gonna start over here in the corner, and I'm honestly just gonna use my thumb get that down. And then I'm gonna come in there with a squeegee. And we'll reintroduce some tack solution right here. Got that down. There we go. Now you can see we've got a bunch of fingers building up over here. Let's take care of those. Pull the film back. Getting our tack solution in there. So here's where I'm going to use the squeegee instead of my fingers, because I'm going to start up top here with the squeegee, and I'm going to take and come down at an angle. Just like so. We got some film popping up over here, and that's fine. What we're going to do is just going to make another small relief cut here, and then cut a bunch of this film off the top, just like so. And then we'll come down over here. Cut some film off there as well. That's good. This is still wanting to pop up, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this dry out, and then I'm going to come by later on at the heat gun and post heat that, and then that'll stay down. So for now, let's get the bottom down. Okay, now I'm just going to take my squeegee and squeegee that down at an angle, just like so. And then get that down. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and trim out all the excess that I want trimmed out, and then whatever is going to stay lifted up, we're going to get that down with the heat gun later on. So right now, I'm just going to do this in a couple sections. I'm going to start right up over here, and just very lightly with my knife, I'm coming around. I'm following the outline of this fog lamp opening. I'm going to stop right about here. I'm going to come over here and pop that out. Just like so. Then I'm going to come back up top here, and we're going to continue. Come all the way around. There we go. Now everything else will go down when now that I trimmed off all the excess that was overlapping or that was overhanging inside the fog light there, this is all basically just sitting down perfectly. That is exactly what I want. Now we start the tedious process of trimming off all the rest of the excess PPF. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come up here, and we're going to start trimming from here, and we're going to work our way out to the wheel. Okay, so now we're going to start trimming off the excess PPF. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start right over here, and I'm just going to come right here, trim that out, and then I'm going to take and cut through the PPF. And I know that this right here is going to be my starting point. So we're going to start right here. And I'm just going to take and follow the curve of the bumper. Squealing noise is what you want. That's the sound of us scoring the PPF. Now I'm going to come over here. And we're going to round out this corner. I'm not going to be wrapping the PPF around the corner of the bumper. It's just too big with stone chips. And then we're going to come down here. And then I'm just going to cut that apart. Now I'm going to start to peel off all the excess. It's perfect. Nope. Get a trim mark right there. Actually, now we'll start at the top here. Very carefully I'm pulling this. You don't want to pull too hard and then accidentally rip into an area that was not scored and end up ripping PPF that you had no intention of trimming off. Okay, we'll come down here. That is perfect. Now we're going to finish off everything up top over here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this PPF up, and I'm just going to take and make sure it's not touching the paint. And I'm just trimming off the excess PPF. That's good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start wrapping the edge up over here. So I'm just going to spray my tack solution behind this edge. And then I'm going to start up over here. I'm just going to use my thumb to roll that corner over. Just go back and forth, make sure we're not having any fingers pop up. It's a super, super easy edge to wrap. And I'm just going to go down here. That edge is wrapped. Okay, this bumper installation is over and done with. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more PPF content.